And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Fire danger graphic today. Again, a lot of blue here indicating very low fire danger across much of the state. The highest fire danger occurring now over the area north of the eastern Alaska Range and through here, and also over the Copper River Basin, where it's medium with some small areas of high fire danger there, and in the lower 70s today over the Copper River Basin. Otherwise, pretty low down across the Panhandle and much of south central Alaska and, of course, Kodiak Island. And for satellite imagery, showing moisture continuing to move eastward, breaking up, rainfall tapering off now, kind of another batch of clouds with showers through here, low pressure approaching, or actually not approaching Kodiak Island, tracking eastward, shoving some moisture up into Kodiak today with some light rain there, and the rain ending over the Alaska Peninsula. Another couple of surges of moisture coming in toward the west coast here over the northern Bering Sea with a system farther out there to the west. Next front up here will be dropping down, bringing more rain into the northwest part of the state. Today, low pressure over the northeast interior, actually over toward Old Crow there in Canada. Front trailing southwestward, areas of rain, and again, that kind of tapering off with the bulk of the moisture now taking off to the east, drying out back to the west here. And weak frontal boundary out here over the northern Bering Sea with all that cloudiness we saw on the satellite. High pressure over the eastern Aleutians, light winds, dry conditions. Southern Bering Sea and all of the Aleutians. This system bringing a little bit of light rain up in toward Kodiak Island, Alaska Peninsula today. Otherwise, partly mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the 60s to lower 70s over the southeast coast. Partly to mostly sunny here, southern Alaska, with highs in the 60s, except 70 to 75 areas of the Copper River Basin. For tonight, not much change here, light winds and partly cloudy to mostly clear skies, southern Alaska. Still some showers along this weak frontal boundary here in the central interior, but drier for the north slope and the eastern Arctic coast. This system really moving slow, keeps a chance of showers on the east side of Kodiak Island through the night tonight. Dry for the Panhandle, low clouds of fog, maybe some drizzle forming along the coast. High pressure holds here just north of the eastern Aleutians, keeping it dry and winds light out in this area. And then this system farther to the west, frontal boundary here really pretty weak. Some moisture still streaming in toward the northern Yukon Delta coast, Norton Sound area, clipping St. Lawrence Island, but this front here starting to bring some rain late tonight in toward the western Arctic coast. That'll drop southeastward and kind of expand the rain area once again with some more pretty good rainfall coming into the northwest part of the state, Seward Peninsula, St. Lawrence Island area, all the way up across the eastern central north slope to the eastern Arctic coast. Kind of a showery, cloudy day here for the eastern interior, upper Tanana Valley, northward there to the Yukon Flats. Mostly sunny and nice with light winds here across all of southern Alaska. Again, Bristol Bay, Copper River Basin, Kenai Peninsula, maybe even the Prince William Sound. Showers end over Kodiak Island as this low tracks off to the east there slowly. But Panhandle, morning low clouds and fog burning off to sunshine along the coast tomorrow with highs back into the 60s and lower 70s there. 70, 75 for the highs in the Copper River Basin and 70, 75 probably for south central Alaska, near 70 for Bristol Bay for the highs on Tuesday and Wednesday. Another nice day here, warm and mostly sunny for south central Alaska. Start to see an increase in the clouds here late in the day for the Kenai Peninsula. Chance of showers of the weak trough come into Bristol Bay, southern Kuskokwim Valley. Very weak frontal boundary now. That front really weakens. Weak low tracking off into the Mackenzie River Delta. So look for some scattered showers along this frontal boundary, mostly along the Yukon River or to the north. Becomes a little more enhanced due to low clouds, fog, and drizzle. Still some light rain here over the northern Bering Sea and much of the Seward Peninsula area. And then stronger storm moves up into the eastern Aleutians. Winds coming up, but not all that strong, probably small craft advisory level winds here with this system, and rain spreading in with it to the Alaska Peninsula. And again, late in the afternoon, approaching southwest Kodiak Island. This low will track northeastward, actually almost due north or up toward Nunivak Island for Wednesday night and Thursday. This front will roll right on up, bring windy, wet conditions on Thursday in across southern Alaska, especially from south central Alaska westward across the southwest interior. And for lows tonight, 30s to lower 40s for the north slope out to the Arctic coast. Otherwise in the 40s just about everywhere else to near 50 in some locations. And upper 40s to lower 50s for the Panhandle. Highs tomorrow, 60s into the lower 70s for the southeast coast, 70, 75, Copper River Basin, 65, 75 here, south central Alaska, the Sitna Valley, and the Kenai Peninsula near 70 for Bristol Bay. 50s and 60s, central interior, near 50 for the Brooks Range, on out to the Arctic coast, maybe a little warmer there in the eastern north slope, and 50s for the Bering Sea and the Aleutians. Followed by lows in the 30s here Wednesday morning, from the Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast, 40s central interior, a little bit milder, 50s here for the Bristol Bay Area, Alaska Peninsula, and mostly in the 40s to lower 50s south central Alaska, mid 40s Copper River Basin, and 50s for the Panhandle. Highs once again, mid 60s southern southeast coast, into the lower 70s as you head north, Juneau up toward Haines, and mid 70s for the Copper River Basin, and again 70, 75, Susitna Valley, Kenai Peninsula, and 65 to 70 here for the Tanana Valley areas, and upper 40s, or in the 40s for the north slope and the Arctic coast, some areas reaching 50, possibly, like St. Lawrence Island, otherwise in the 50s for the Bering Sea areas.